Hey, looks like some people are actually hopping on, guys. I'm testing the live stream right now. I'm just gonna sit around and see if anybody's interested in, or has any questions. It looks like we got a couple of people on. It's your boy RnGCrypto, by the way. Again, this is just a rough test, but go ahead in the chat and let me know if you have questions. Still working on how to use this software. Your number one biggest up and coming crypto coin. Good question. Okay. Biggest up and coming, my number one, I would have to say 100% convergence for several reasons. Convergence, if you guys are not aware of it, it's basically it's a up and coming DEX that as well as an AMM. So it's a market maker. They're currently in talks with Moonbeam and Moonriver on being a Moonlit. We're starting a DEX on Polkadot called Moonlit. Their number one thing was gonna be and guys, hey guys for joining things. But their number one thing is gonna be essentially, if I can find their regular website. Hold on, let me actually go there before I start talking. I can't talk and do things at the same time. I apologize, guys. Convergence dot. Let's just do a Google search. There we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, so my number one up and coming and biggest coin, I think for me is Convergence. It's not going to be a short-term play. It's going to be a probably 2, 3, maybe 4-year play because they're still very early. They just came out earlier this year. They are actually going to be offering a couple of things, guys. So they do fractionalized. Sorry, guys, my computer's all messing up. Trying to see if I can show you what I'm talking about too, so I don't just talk about it. Essentially, they're going to fractionalize investments. So if you guys know what a SAFT is, it's a way that early investors can get into investment opportunities at a very early stage. So basically, and a lot of those SAFTs are cut off from the public, meaning that only high net worth individuals as well as investment companies or not virtual, VCs are able to get into these SAFTs, right, for companies. And what Convergence does is they will get into those companies because they are high net worth, and they're going to fractionalize those SAFTs and offer them to us. So we can now have access to these early investments for these giant companies where normally you would never be able to participate because you're not a million, dollar net worth individual, or so they take those investments, those SAFTs, and fractionalize them for us. That's one of the things they're going to do. They're working on market making, right? So they're actually working again with Moonbeam and Moonriver. I don't know if you guys know who Moonbeam is and who Moonriver is, but basically these are new projects that are going to be working with. And here's one. So let's talk about. So I'll just read through this, guys. So Convergence is going to be the first AMM to make real-world asset exposure interchangeable in the DeFi space, connecting wrapped security tokens. So wrapped security tokens are basically like stocks, Apple, Google, Tesla, right? Convergence is going to wrap that stuff, and you'll be able to have access to it on the blockchain, right? So they're connecting wrapped security tokens with utility tokens on a single interface where it's easy to use, adopt, and compose, right? And composable with other DeFi products. Okay. So guys, this is Convergence. I like this one. Another one is going to be Multivac. I talked about Multivac a couple of times, but that's layer one. That one is a lower cap, and let me actually go and take a look. Let's take a look at these. So Convergence right now, and I'm gonna make a video on this. I just haven't because I don't want to go public and the price go up. I'm still waiting on something. But this is at a very good range. This came out at 0.005, right? So we're at 0.03 right now, which is basically 6 times the IDO price, right? If you go and take a look at a chart, we've got 6 people watching now. Hey guys. If you're and by the way, this is my first one, so I'm still kind of stuttering and stumbling around, so I do apologize. Please bear with me. I'll definitely get better at this kind of stuff. And eventually, once I have a new setup, I'll have a camera and everything, so you actually can see what I look like. Anyway, so look, we're at 0.03031. IDO again was 0.005, so about a 6x from IDO. If you're comparing that to things like all the launchpads, all the IDOs on the launchpads we've been looking at, That's nothing, right? We're only at a 6x, so we're early in terms of where this is. If you look at the chart, and actually I can look at convergence here. I was just looking at some Bitcoin, and yeah, this is something I'll touch on next. I'm feeling like there's going to be a correction before we go up again, but we'll talk about that here in a second. All right, so you can see there's not much history. Again, this was pretty new earlier this year, and it pumped early, and then it just dumped all the way down, and now it's trading sideways. Let me actually go and look at it daily. Get rid of this Bitcoin indicator. So I have a Bitcoin bull market indicator. I'll talk about that. But essentially, guys, so right now we've hit rock bottom at around end of July and sort of have been on an uptrend since then, right? So if you got in here at 0.018, you're getting in at like 4 times the IDO price, which is a ridiculously good entry point. Anything here really in the under 4 cent range is a good entry point. I initially invested way up here, so I'm down on it right now, but I'm okay with that, and I'm still allocating whenever I can. So guys, this is a good project to look at. The other project I wanted to touch on, before I move on, any questions on convergence? I don't want to kind of leave you guys hanging. And you can see all my numbers. I should probably turn that off. Thank you, Jim. I'm doing great. I'm not checking the chat long enough or often enough, I see. Let's see. Love your content. Thanks, guys. I really do appreciate you guys' support. Never thought that things would take off this quickly. I was actually not prepared for it because I'm still learning as I go along. I'm thinking about joining the PulsePet IDO, but I don't have the money to get a tier with 100% allocation. Do you think it is worth it to get a lottery tier? Um, lottery tiers would be ADAPad and ETHPad. I don't know what these are pricing at. Actually, let's go here. I'll talk about multi-vac here in a second. Let me answer you guys' questions. I'm from Germany originally, but I live in the United States mostly. So I have a list, and I like to kind of do it. I need to do more lists. I want to do like one for all NFTs, all GameFi, kind of do all these different lists. Right now, really, I just have my main list, my IDOs. Don't sleep coin, which is something I don't even know why I did that. That's silly. Okay, so here are all the IDOs. ADAPad is currently 81 cent, and ETHPad is 14 cents. Oh, nice. It's going down. This is good. I've been waiting on this because I'm currently at the second to highest tier, and I want to get into the highest tier. All right, so is it worth it? So, Callie, to answer your question, I'll need to actually look at what we're looking at in terms of costs for these. So, 1, 2, 3 lottery tickets, 6K. So, for 6K, we're looking at almost 5 grand. All right, let's look at ETHPad. What do you think about ADA? It's good to buy now. Yeah, definitely. Keep dollar cast Wagyu swap ADA. I'm DCAing into both of those. I brought Wagyu swap to you guys a while back. It was at like 28, 30 cents, and it's gone crazy since then. We're in Germany because I heard your German accent. No, I don't really have a German accent. I've lived in the States long enough to where my accent's gone away. I don't actually have a strong German accent, but there's some things that I say that apparently, according to my friends, I don't say very very American. America. Ja, nein, I'm not even gonna try that. Aber Deutsch kann ich auf jeden Fall sprechen. Ich komme aus Deutschland, ja. Let's see here. So 25,000 for 5 lottery tickets. Okay, let's go ahead and pull that one up, duplicate it. So we're looking at 5K for 6 and 25 for 25K. So 3.7K for 5 lottery tickets and 5K for 3 lottery tickets. So I would definitely go with ETHPad. And I've been saying this kind of across the board. I don't know if you guys are in my Telegram, but der ist Deutsch. Ja klar bin ich Deutsch. Ich komme aus Deutsch, komme aus Bayreuth. Anyway, so yeah, ETHPad. I've been saying ETHPad for a while, and people just kind of ignore it and go Trompad, Trompad, Trompad. Right now, Trompad has so many stakers. I mean, compared to where it was, and most of them, most of the new ones that are now like all aping into Trompad are gonna be in the lowest tier. So you're just aping into this tier here. Everyone's aping into this because it's low cost, but the allocation is going to be crap. And if you look at how many peoples are staking, it's 4,000 already. Before the pulse pad hype started, this was around 2,300, something like that. So there's about 1,700 stakers that jumped onto Tronpad, and a majority of them are going to be in that low tier. So for me personally, what's attractive to me, not telling you guys what to do, but me, I'm all about ETHPad. Right now, I'm looking to go from this tier to the very top tier, and I've been waiting on ETHPad to go down a bit in pricing, and it looks like it's doing it. And I think part of it is big boy up here, this guy, right? I'm 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 predicting that. Oopsies, didn't mean to do that. That there's going to be some kind of correction, maybe to this line of support, maybe not way down here, probably like here or something. And as this is happening, I'm hoping to get into ETHPad. So is it worth it? Long-winded question. Callie, I think it was. Let me go up in the chat. I think it is because, especially if you go to ETHPad, because it's low enough market cap to where you invest. You're investing in a 20 million market cap project. We're in a bull cycle. More than likely, everything's going to go up, including this. This is going to go up more than AdaPad. AdaPad's market cap is like 95 million. It will also increase. Don't get me wrong, but the multipliers on ETHPad are just higher. Um, you're paying less for more tickets in terms of the lottery allocation. So yeah, that's what I would do. Okay, that's enough for that. I spent a lot of time on that. Thoughts on Wagyu Swap? I think Wagyu Swap is awesome. It's the same team that's behind AstroSwap. They're coming up with staking soon. I would definitely look at Wagyu Swap. I made a video on it. I was going to do an update video on it with Convergence together, but I'm still waiting on something to unstake so I can invest into these projects and then make the video at the same time. That's my strategy there. Not to try and pump it, but I just want to get a good entry point. I don't want to cause. Not saying that I have any impact. I don't think I have that much of an influence, but just in case, just trying to get in as low as possible. All right. So sorry guys, I'm trying to get through all these chats here. We're in Germany because I heard, yeah, Bayreuth auf jeden Fall. Hey RNG, did you get whitelisted on Solpad? No, I did not. I have not actually been involved with Solpad. Der ist Deutsch, yeah. Not strong, but you do. Danke. Well, I don't know if that's a compliment if I have a German accent or not. Tronpad has a lot of lottery, also has lottery tiers. Oh, yeah, I think I went over that. Okay. Uh, Tronpad 4000, ETHPad, and AdaPad. Wait, Tronpad has lottery tiers? What am I missing here? Oh yeah, it does. It's got. I always skip Earth. I always skip Earth. I'm sure that's also saturated, guys. Everybody's aping into Tronpad. I mean, you can just look at the chart. Look at what it's done over the past week. I mean, over up 65. It was more than that, but up 65%. I think at one point it was like 112 or something. Let's just do the past week. Right, yeah. So it did pump. It's coming back down now. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I can't. Tronpad. I have a huge allocation in Tronpad, but in terms of what lot and what, it's only one lottery ticket, guys. Again, yeah. I, I, I don't want to say this too much because then it's like me telling you guys what to. It's not. If I was in your shoes, this is my best bet. If I can't afford a guaranteed allocation, any of these two, because these are the lower cost, you get the most tickets, and it has the least amount of stakers, which I don't think I've shown you. Out of these guys, at least only 2,400, and you get some pretty nice Ethereum rewards, and I use those to actually um, buy back in, so I never really go out of pocket on any of this stuff. So I would definitely, yeah, that's all right. Moving on, moving on. Enough on that. Kali, Mardika, I'm gonna use that too. I don't know if I should upgrade from gold to diamond or wait. Well, me and you are in the same position. Mahardika, Mahardika. Uh, Jim Zeke, I'd really like to set my bookmark bar like yours. Is that something that is fair to ask you to share? Like, yeah, I mean, everything, a lot of these things I've provided to you in the descriptions and stuff, but that's pretty much how I stay organized. Um, yeah, it's, I do this for work and I do it here too. I don't view this as work though. Let's go. Can you give an example of allocation you had in the past with Trompad and Mars? Yeah, let's go look. I don't know what I have in Trompad. I don't actually remember how long I've been in Trompad. Um, so Adapad, I was on Adapad for sure, I think. Yeah, yeah. So Adapad, and this was at not the highest allocation. This was the second highest tier. So I need to do a better job at keeping these tabs separate so I don't have to keep going back and forth on the website. 1 second. And who asked that question? Nick. I got you, Nick. All right, so what tier was that? Yeah, Mars. So in the Mars tier, I had an $87 allocation for Adapad. And the hype around Adapad is, it feels like almost less than Pulsepad, to be honest, which is surprising. But yeah, there's a lot of hype behind Pulsepad. But that's one. Let me show you another example. Maybe something more recent where I had Velospad, for example. I was in the highest, and Velospad had a lot of hype, so I didn't even get that much. I was in the Sun tier for this, with private allocation, guys. I was a bit disappointed. 33. See, so this is why I say I feel like Trompad's a bit uh how do I say, saturated with lots of hungry people like ourselves. I hope that helps. What else we got? Nick Martin, can you give an? No, I already talked to you, Mark. Sahin Özkü. When is last day, brother? No idea. Nobody knows. Danke für die guten Infos. Hab in den letzten Tagen viel gelernt. Ja, ja, kein Ding. Ähm, Ali. Ali, dich kenne ich ja. Servus, Alter. 120k for ETH guaranteed. Ja, würde ich machen. Also auf jeden Fall, also ich bin da schon drin, also ja. Mit 200.000. Ich würde sicherheitshalber noch einen Not Financial Advice irgendwo in die Ecke packen. Nur als Tipp. Notfall. Not financial advice. Not. Alter, I'm trying to read it in German. Okay. So sorry guys. There's a couple of German speakers in here. Do you get hit with ETH gas? There yeah, telling me to continue to say not financial advice just in case. I think I did though. Do you guys get hit with ETH gas fees for ETH pad? Oh yeah. I mean anything on Ethereum, it's ridiculous. Yeah. So yeah. So if I were to like withdraw right now, let's see, what's gas at? 112, so it's pretty high. That's actually not too bad. But yeah, it gets pretty bad. Withdrawing, sorry, you can probably hear my dog in the background. Withdrawing isn't so expensive, but um, when you actually claim your tokens, like if I'm in here, wait, not there. Sorry, I know some of us are new, some of us are seasoned, so I apologize if I'm boring the seasoned guys. But yeah, if I were to try and claim something, it would, let's see, I don't think Happy Fans can I claim. Maybe this one? No, this one was out on the 30th. I can't claim it either. But when you claim, it's usually a lot because depending on what this is worth, gas fees goes up more, right? Um, and again, I apologize. First live stream. Don't know what I'm doing. I don't think I have a very good setup here, but I'm working on it. Did you get just one allocation for Trompad? No cool off. Did you? Oh, do you get just one allocation? So, no, Trompad. There are no cool offs. Any of the launchpads in Bluezilla, there's never a cool off. Okay, you can always continue to invest in the next project. Just so you guys know. And I'm just clicking around without aimlessly. And I'm saying that, but let me verify that. Yeah, no, there are no cool offs. Okay. If there were cool offs, you would see them here. No problem, Nick. You're welcome. Bro, you think of getting Pulsepad when launched on Uniswap or other public sales? Yes, actually, I do. I am. I'm gonna go hop right into PancakeSwap. Bada bing, bada boom. And I'm gonna populate everything and just sit there and wait. No, I don't want to switch. I'm just gonna sit there, have the address for Pulsepad in here, and have however much I want to invest in here in BUSD. I'm just gonna sit there and wait. As soon as I see it action, I'm gonna try and get in. And when I go in, though, I'm gonna make sure I'm just not clicking without seeing what I'm investing because I'm probably gonna set my slippage to like maybe like 12%. Okay, because while we're ordering, everybody else is buying and the price is going up. And if you have your slippage at 0.5 or 0.1, which you normally would have, if the price goes up, increases higher than 0.5%, your transaction fails and you don't get the pulse pad. And by the time you get back here with the new slippage, the price is already way up high. So I usually do, I don't want to share this because I don't want you guys to get too crazy with this, but yeah, I've gone up when I'm desperate up to 20%. And it also depends on how early, right? If we're really early before like the crazy X's, you can play with this. But if you're already, yeah, so that's where I'm gonna leave that. So yes, I am gonna buy pulse pad. Can you please talk about how to pass the KYC if you are an American? You can't, honestly, man. Or Malaki, I don't know, man or lady, sorry. You need to have friends in other countries. Let's put it that way, or family. Okay, and then you get creative with that. That's all I'm gonna say. What other languages do you speak between? Je parle un peu de français, mais c'est pas bon. Je parle pas bon. Je comprends, mais je parle pas bon. Mon père, il est de Burkina Faso. How much money did you start with when you started? $70,000. I started with $70,000 in March, and I have almost $1 million. And I was actually gonna not say that, but I just said that. It's a good idea to hold ETHPad. Yes, ETHPad is amazing. I like ETHPad. Can you please talk about? Oh, I think I'm reading the same questions over. Don't you think it's bad that you promoted Pacific DeFi Daily RI and which is pretty shitty? Yeah, so that's a learning experience for me. I have to be honest. Um, the APY, I had no idea it was incorrect, right? I just thought it was that high, and yeah, so I did, when I made the video, I did say, oh, it's crazy high, but I still would have invested regardless. So I need to make sure that I do my due diligence and research, like I tell you guys, before hyping something like that. And it's not fake hype, guys. I really believe in what they're doing and what they're trying to achieve, right? They're working on. Let me talk about Pacific DeFi, because a lot of people, I've been getting some flack on that, which is fine. And I definitely, it was a learning experience for me. I need to make sure to figure out if there are any issues on apps, because if we look in here, oh, I'm not connected. Whoopsies. Whoopsie poopsie. Whoopsie poopsie. All right, now I'm connected. Maybe I'm not on the right chain. I was not on the right chain. So these are things that you'll get used to, and obviously still I'm having issues with that. So yeah, so this is on Binance Smart Chain, so I gotta switch my wallet to Binance Smart Chain. Okay, now I'm connected. Cool. All right, so guys, Pacific DeFi, right? Their mission is really to have blockchains, have you go to one place and be able to invest money in something on Binance, something on ETH, something on Polygon, something on Cardano, maybe sometime down the line. It's not in the roadmap yet. So it gives you in one easy to place, one place to shop. And I mean the APY is high. I don't 40 for staking and 130%. So yeah, there's nothing to complain about here. Um, yeah, in the beginning it was like the decimals were off and it was like, what was I saying? Like 100 and something thousand in the very beginning. Because sometimes, and this is where I was naive, and this is where my mistake was. I got in here really early, and I've been in liquidity pools where it actually was that high in the first couple of hours, right? But then it never went down. 5 hours, 6 hours later, I came back and it was still that high. I was very surprised, and I thought, I guess maybe no one's just putting their money in here. So yeah, it was a learning experience for me, and I apologize if I misled anyone. But I have to say this in my defense. I said this is extremely high risk, and whatever you invest here, expect to lose it. Be okay with losing it. Obviously, I've invested a good chunk of money in here, right? So I'm putting my money where my mouth is. If this loads. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm putting chunk of my money and it's gone. I got hacked. No, just kidding. It's right here, guys. It's right here. Right. So I have $14,000 invested in this. Okay. So I am putting my money where my mouth is. So you know, this project was launched by Bluezilla. They have really good fundamentals, right? They're not just again, they're not just like some kind of staking farm that just simply takes other people's tokens and offers staking farms and then automatically compounds them, and that's their service, and then they smack their little token on top of that. Oh, here's your reward. Thank you for letting us unstake your money and stake it back. Oh, we've done such a great job at something so difficult. Everybody does that, and those all go to shit. Polycat Finance is one big one where I learned my mistake back in April. They did that, and I got wrecked. This is different. I'm not gonna get wrecked twice. I wouldn't recommend something where I would want to get wrecked twice. Uh, this Pacific Finance is a little bit different. And yeah, again, the misinformation was my mistake. That was just a new mistake. All right. So moving on from that. But valid point. Whoever was asking that, valid point. And I definitely understand. I would be frustrated too if I was in someone else's shoes. Who was that? Conway Crypto. Hope that answered that. $200 to bridge Happy from ETH network to BSC a few days ago. Oh, I wish you wouldn't have done that. So I don't know what you bridged it for, but you can literally sell it on Uniswap. If it's that much, you can just go sell it on Uniswap, and then move your money, either through an exchange or by, FTX. I would use FTX. So I would sell it for ETH on Uniswap, then go to FTX, and then convert it to BUSD, and then bring it on Binance. It's much cheaper that way. So you know now, and I think I talk about those kinds of tricks. If not, I need to. That was for Mahardika. Sahin, for Pulsepad, Trumpad best, I think. For Pulsepad, Trumpad is best, I think. That's what I was saying. I think Trumpad is saturated. I was talking about this a couple minutes ago. It's completely saturated. I think that, yeah, if you have no other way of getting in, this is a good way to at least dip your toe in there. But in my opinion, my personal opinion, ETHPad is the better option. Not financial advice. I think ETHPad has more room to grow. I think ETHPad has less stakers, or I know ETHPad has less stakers. So there's less stakers. ETHPad market cap 20 million, Trumpad market cap 90 million. So for me, if I'm the person doing this, I would put my money in something where I have more room to grow and where I have less stakers, because I mean they have what, 4,000 stakers. ETHPad has 2,400 stakers. All right, moving on. How? Show me. How can I buy Pulsepad? You need to invest. So I would recommend. I'm not gonna go over that. Alan, I do want to show you. I have a video. I have actually several videos. Let me show that. Let me show that. How can I do that? I have several videos that break it down, like literally in detail. In detail. You're gonna see like the life behind. I don't care. I'm just gonna go in here. Actually, no, I can search them. Hey. All right. So the first video that I would start with. Actually, you know what, Alan? Go into here. All right, here. All of these videos, these are all links to videos, okay? If you're in the Telegram and you're in my announcement channel, I've posted this in there, right? All of this. And all this information, by the way, is in the description of every Bluezilla linked video that I have, or should be at least. Here I have Bluezilla must know, crypto for beginners, so everything you need to know in the very beginning. Bluezilla Live IDO, so I show you exactly what it looks like to actually invest in Pulsepad. So this would show you like what it actually looks like when you're investing, Alan. And all these other ones will prepare you on what you need to do to be able to even get to the point of investing. So I don't want, unless there's no other questions, guys, I don't want to spend time on it. I feel like that's redundant. But get in the Telegram and ask me there, get with me live there. And show look at these videos. Look at these videos. Actually, is there something I can do? Can I post these for you guys? See, this is me being a rookie. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. For those of you who are new, I'm just out here talking, answering some questions, German and English. I would attempt French, but you probably don't want to see me ever again after that. But yeah, so let me see if is there a way that I can add to this in the chat. New pin chat. Oh, cool. Yeah, I can. All right, I'm posting these links, guys. Give me a second. Sorry, guys. Still posting the links. And if you saw me on camera right now, I'd be looking to the right. All right. These two. User must know. Let's do these two next. And end with these. So if you want to know how to do that, this is how you do that. And it'll break it down for you guys without, yeah. All right, guys, I lost my chat window. The rookie here, trying to do the job, boring you guys. All right, so what else can we talk about? What else can we talk about? Let me answer some more questions. Do you hold IDOs or usually sell after lunch? I hold them. I hold them. Let me show you. I have an ideal list. I say that, but it's not coming up. And I'm just going to show you the numbers because this literally started with a few $100. All right, every one of these investments, there was not one. Some of the Occam Finances one, I think one was like $800, but everything was really low. So these are all my ideals. I'm holding all of them. I did sell. I did sell Star Atlas. This one, oh my God, it was a life changer. Look at this. This is one I actually. It's too late now, but all right. So literally, this right here, right? Oh, it's not even showing the numbers anymore. What? Okay, it was like 418x return basically. That's what it was. And I sold some things, but guys, I turned $20 into a lot of freaking money. That was the first huge one that I was a part of. It was a life changer. But unfortunately, that's too late now. You can't do that anymore. I don't even know why I brought that up. I feel like I was showing off. I don't mean to show off. I'm not showing off, guys. I'm sorry. Anyway, so yes, I hold on to IDOs until the top of the bull cycle. Not financial advice, but at the top of the bull cycle, you want to obviously be very careful, guys. So, and this is kind of what I was charting out here. I'm looking at Bitcoin here. So this is an Elliott wave. You start at the bottom of the run, right? And you have wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and then the fifth wave is the one that takes us to Valhalla, right? And so this is I was charging this because I'm noticing, Bitcoin's going down back to 60,000. I'm wondering if it's going to go any lower. So I have a line of support here on the first red line. Um, but guys, when it hits wave 5 and we're way up here, let me draw this thing, right? If we bounce off here, boom, and we go, woo, we're rich, bitch. No offense, no offense. I'm sorry. That's like a thing in America where you say that. It's a joke. Hope I didn't offend anybody. I'm rich, okay? But once we're here, right, that's gonna happen, right? Things are gonna drop down. So when Bitcoin does drop, the altcoins aren't gonna drop immediately. They usually drop maybe 2, 3, 4 weeks later. And I'm saying this like I've been there. I have to be honest with you. I haven't. You all know I'm only 10 months into this game, but I've done a ton of research, right? And everybody says the same thing. Bitcoin goes first. Layer ones follow. High market cap. So let's actually just go down this chart. All right. Poof, right? So Bitcoin goes parabolic, right? People take profit out of Bitcoin. That profit goes into like the top 10, the top 20, top 50 market cap giants, blue coins, right? Shiba Inu, Jesus, get off. Dogecoin, get the hell out of here. Crap coins, in my opinion. No offense if you own any. Guys, so after the high cap uh, crypto, then we're talking about mid caps. And after mid caps, then all the micro caps go. Then like your multivax will go. That's when convergence will finally take off. All the smaller stuff, a lot of these IDOs will start going. And you'll see that all happen in waves. And you need to take profits. You guys have to make the decision of when, but you need to take profits at the top. Uh, the only IDOs I will say that I will hold all the way through, if I can find Occam Finance. Yeah, by the way, these are my favorites. So that's the whitelist list for Occam Finance. It was right here at the top. Um, these are the only ones that I would hold. So anything here, so I got to get into the Razor, and they just actually redone this platform. It's really nice the way it's looking. But yeah, all of these, Ardana, Centaurfree, that's a new one that was just announced actually, and so all of these guys right here, which I participated in all of them except End Fraction, which actually did pretty good. I missed that one. I literally slept on it. Literally, my eyes were closed in bed, dreaming about Jasmine and Aladdin. Guys, so here, these are the ones that I'm gonna hold because I think they're not gonna go parabolic. If any of these go 50x or more, I'm gonna sell them. If none of these go 50x, I'm holding them for the next 4 years. But I don't need to sell them, so yeah, I just don't want to go through the hassle because my allocation is not big enough. I don't want to go through the hassle of selling them all individually, claiming them all, paying all that gas fee. I don't mind just holding these. I have plenty of profits that I can take with everything else that I have invested. So that's my strategy. Again, not financial advice. This is what I'm doing personally, but that's because I don't need to sell these. I'm just gonna hodl them, and if they have staking any of these, I'll stake. Dual List King, I'll probably play, and so on. I was talking about MTV earlier. Let's take some other questions, guys. Just trying to find my place. They need to make this thing where I can like click so I know where my place was. Maybe I'll just highlight something. Isn't it better to use BSC pad instead of ETH pad to have lower fees? Um, for fees, yes, but for everything else, absolutely no. All right, because BSC pad. I mean, if you look, and this is Callie asking the question, isn't it better to use BSC pad instead of ETH pad for lower gas fees? If you look at BSC pad, if you just look at how many stakers they have, I think it's like 9,000, right? So your allocation in BSC pad, I'll open this in a new tab, is going to be very low. So here are the stakers, 9,100. That's a lot, all right? This is one of the projects that I'm waiting a couple of days on to sell because I'm unstaking right now and I'm selling out of BSC pad. I was a diamond tier holder. Let me go to the main page, right? So it has several tiers, right? They added allocations for lottery tiers, I believe. Oh no, they just broke up some of these smaller tiers. All right, so I'm in diamond, and my allocations in here are like $80, 79, 85. I've never had over $90 in an allocation here. So I'm like, okay, screw this. I'm not really, yeah, this pool weight's 30, but 30 doesn't mean anything when you have 9,000 stakers. ETHPad, which you were asking about, is it better with gas fees? Those gas fees are going to get paid for just by having fewer stakers, right? And also you're gonna get rewards here. You're getting a lot of rewards that also pay for gas fees at the very least. For me, they pay for the actual allocation itself. And you don't see it now because I'm not connected. But yeah, so in my opinion, I don't think BSC pad is better than ETH pad at this stage. BSC pad is better if you're at the very top tier. If you're in here, these guys get good allocation because they have private pool allocation. It's very expensive to get into. I'm here. I'm not happy with my allocation. I'm selling this for something else. I don't know what yet, but I'm definitely selling it. Okay. Let's Kelly. I'm on Tron pad tier Mars. Do you think to switch ETH pad tier Gold is worth it? I would stay where you are. Um, God, not financial advice, but if I was in your shoes, I would be okay there. At Mars. Uh, Mars, I think, is the second highest tier, right? Yeah, 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 yeah. Um, yeah, I would stay there. Hold on, let me think about that. Hallie, okay, Hallie, Gally, I hope you're still there. Um, Actually, no, I would not stay there because this is very saturated. ETHPad, yeah, ETHPad's market cap is way lower, right? Let's go look at TronPad's market cap. Adios. No, Launchpads. So everything I do takes like 10 minutes longer because I can't I can't get my thoughts together. All right, so TronPad. We need to look at ETHPad. Oh, so yeah, 90 million. So guys, 90 million with 4,000 stakers versus 20 million with 2,400 stakers. I feel like this has gone up already. Yeah, so if you can get into gold tier of ETHPad, I think your allocation will be higher there, just based on this. 'Cause this is saturated. Um, hmm, hmm. It's really tough to say. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. That's probably what I should say, and this is me being a rookie again. Yeah, I don't know because I don't know how many people out there. You would have to actually go and look in the Explorer, like BSC scan, and actually see how many people are staking 200,000 tokens or more. How many people own 200,000 more or more? You can look at this data, on-chain data. I just don't have the access to do that. But you can do that. Well, I have the access, I just don't have the time and will to go and dive in that deep because I'm thinking there's going to be a ton of people in Earth, a ton of people in Moon. So both of those low-hanging fruit, right, are going to be saturated simply because people can afford to get into those. So most of these stakers that we've seen going on to TronPad, they are in these two bottom tiers more than likely. Now Mars, I don't know. I don't know what's the entry cost for that. 30K. I don't know how many people are going to be able to afford that. So I think you're okay in Mars. I think I would, you know, God, I'm not, this is not financial advice, but not many people are going to be able to afford even 20K to get into an allocation, right? So yeah, with 45 pool weight, and then what's the pool weight on ETHPad? for gold. 20%. Hmm. Yeah, it's a tough one. I would say they're probably around the same. They're gonna be probably around the same. Yeah, I can't really answer that with a definite yes or no, but I hope I gave you at least something to think about, right? To compare how to compare these, and also you want to kind of think logically about what the movement is or what people are doing in the market. And what we've seen is a lot of Trompet's pricing spike incredibly in the last week and a half, and that is all these people buying into these low tiers because it's the cheapest one to get into for a guaranteed loan allocation. Enough on that. I'm on Trompet Mars. Did you do sacrifice and pull? Yes, I did do sacrifice and pull. Do you have your IDOs or usually sell after none? I hold most until the bull market top and then I'm gonna sell. Do you think it's too late to buy tokens for any launchpads given how? Well, the one launchpad, and I keep bringing this one up. If I were to be a new investor, I'd be interested in this one, ETHPad, because again, the market cap's low, the number of stakers is relatively low, and you can get into some decent allocations. 120. It's already so expensive too. Um, yeah, you can try for the staking or the lottery tiers. Depending, it really also depends on your budget. If you have the budget, then heck yeah, jump in there. This is the one. This is the best bang. This is the best bang for your buck. That's all I'm gonna say. This is the best bang for your buck at these rates. Is it the best for allocations? No. The best for allocations is AdaPad, is VLXPad or VelasPad, and after that it's gonna be Diamond tier, the very very highest tier in BSCPad, then probably ETHPad, and then TronPad. But yeah, it just all depends on what you can afford. But yeah, all the other ones you'd be aping in at a very high market cap. That's the danger in this, and that's what I'm trying to get across. Because you know this one, it may go down to like 15 mil. That's what I've seen. It goes up to like 20, 21, 22, then it goes down to 15, then it'll go up to like 23, 24, and go down to 17 and keep growing increasingly, or compounding on the difference on the delta. But all these other ones, they've been up there and they stay up here, and I don't think that they're gonna. Yeah, it's just too expensive right now. They dump a little bit after the IDO, and that's a good time to get into them. Right now, before the IDO, it's, in my opinion, I wouldn't. I would personally not do it. But yeah. All right. So I'm gonna spend about 5 more minutes here, guys. Again, I didn't expect this many people to show up. Next time, I'm actually gonna be prepared with like a talking track and something so I can actually provide some value. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm providing any valuable information. I feel like I'm just ranting. Did you know about pulls? How much did you sacrifice? Yeah, I sacrificed 1,300 and something dollars. Vestige. Vestige. Can I be a CPAD? Da, da, da. Okay, here are the links. Wow, it's been that long already? Wow. Apart from Pluzilla, what other launchpads are good? Yes, Occam Finance is good. AnyPad, which I did a video on, but it's not public. It's in the, you have to find it in the shouts. So I gave it away now. Dang, that was a secret. So yeah, I did a video on AnyPad, which is, I'll pull it up. I'll talk about this. This is actually interesting. And you guys, since you guys are so loyal, jumping on here, giving me support, I'm going to go ahead and talk about this now. So AnyPad is a multi-chain IDO. So they're also going to be a DEX, right? A multi-chain DEX. They have a native video game and they have a launchpad. Here are the the chains that they're going to be launching on, right? So they're going to create bridges between Solana, Polygon, KuCoin, Binance, and Huobi, right? They already had some, right? Pacific was the latest one. This one you guys know. This actually was also on Occam Finance, right? So they have connections. They know people in the market. They're just still very early. Oh, let me go ahead and get my BAT tokens real quick. Click on that ad. Right. So yeah. So uCloud is probably their most known just by association with Occam Finance, but they have some other ones here. So the way that this thing is going to work is basically it's very interesting how their staking works. And I'm gonna actually go kind of give you guys a little mini video on that. Sorry. Just need to get some links here. There it is. Okay. Okay, now we can talk. Now I am prepared. Well, let me pull up the chat again. All right, so here is the distribution. So the allocations, right? So when you invest, and by the way, it's low market cap too. It's relatively new and low market cap, and it has some good partners. Um, so 0.037. Let me not make that excuse or mistake again. Market cap not there yet. All right, so here we're looking at the APAD pool allocation. So in order to get, so first of all, anyone can participate. Let me talk about that. There's a public pool, right? Anyone, whether you're an ADA-pad as well as non-ADA-pad, not ADA-pad, APAD holder, you can participate in every IDO on here. You don't need to stake their tokens. So that's like selling point number one for me personally, because it just opens up that barrier of entry. I know a lot of you guys are, asking which IDOs can I get in? It's so late, everything else already pumped, it's so expensive. Well, yeah, it is. It's really expensive now, and honestly, I don't know if many people are going to be able to do that. Obviously, they're not. So this is one that's coming out. It's so new though that it's more risky, and that's one of the reasons I haven't posted it yet, because I want to try and I'm trying to get in contact with them and ask them some questions. And um, essentially, their pool allocation is going to work with 10K, 25K, 50K, 75K, 100K. That's how much you stake, okay? And then you get tickets, winning tickets based on that. So it's a guaranteed winning ticket. So if you stake 10K, you get a lottery where you have a chance to earn a winning ticket. And if you do, then you get to allocate, whatever one ticket is worth. Let's just say the IDO has their tokenomics worked out to one ticket is worth uh, $50, okay? So if you stake 25K, you're guaranteed that $50 allocation. If you stake 30 or 50K, you have two tickets, so now you have $100 of allocation, and so on, right? You have 5 tickets with 100K, and you have $250. And you can actually go on top of that. Every 25,000 APAT that you stake, um, you will have one ticket, up to 25 tickets total, right? So I probably should be able to do this math in my head. What's 25 times 50? So yeah, that's $1,250. I can't believe I had to use a calculator for that. So yeah, so you can go all the way up to 25 tickets. At 100K, you get 5 tickets. So for 25 tickets, you would need to stake 500,000. Right, so 500,000 staked will give you 25 tickets. If for this specific IDO the allocation is $50 per ticket, you're getting $1,250 of allocation at a very early stage. Imagine doing a 50x or 100x with $1,000. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty open. Again, you have the staked version, and then you also have a public pool for everyone, a public pool here, right? And in the video that I have, again, you guys have access to this video, by the way. If you are in my Telegram announcement channel, the video is there. You can look at the video, and all the links are in the description of that video. Um, but yeah, so just want to show you one more cool thing about this, which is actually their play to earn game. And I'm pulling up the link here in my Excel. I can't believe people haven't left yet. I'm boring myself here, guys. I am boring myself, and you guys are just hanging in there. I love it. Um, let's see. So this is the game that's native to AnyPad, and this game is actually like a space game. It's kind of arcade, right? Don't expect any graphics at all. It's like 2D 1980s type arcade game, but it's still kind of fun. You're just kind of flying a jet around, and it shoots like little tiny pellets around, just like those old arcades. But you can stake for some of these. These are NFTs that you can get. So this is the neat part. So the game's not out yet, but in preparation of the game, they're allowing us to start staking for these. Um, and one of the things you can do is actually stake for a generation 1, 2, or 3, and you can see between the generations, they're probably going to be worth more, but they are stronger, right? So flight speed 4.5 stars, battle rating half a star, um, generation 2, 2.5 stars, 3 stars, generation 3. These are up to generation 3 you can actually stake for. And by the way, the tokens you're staking for these still are able to give you winning tickets to allocate towards the IDOs. So you're staking for an NFT, and at the same time you're also participating in IDOs, which is a cool idea. And I don't know if they're going to keep doing this with this. If they're going to come out with new ones. Generation 4 you cannot stake for. Yeah, you cannot stake for. So let's go look at the dashboard. So you'll see here, I think I'm gonna need to switch networks. Oh, no, I'm already in Binance. Right, so I'm currently staking, and you can see a breakdown here while I'm talking, but I'm staking, if you look on the right, 10,000, and you can see that this is gonna give me the spaceship on, that's not right, what's going on here? 28.4, 28.4. I should already have the spaceship, that's, something's not right here. Okay, so that's, okay, I'm also staking for this spaceship, and you can see here, for this, the date is right, it's the 14th of December, right? And that's when I'll actually receive this NFT. So right now you can see I could unstake if I wanted, but I'm staking for it, right? And while I'm staking here, I can still, right, I can still participate, okay, I left that page, in those IDOs. You know, I still get winning tickets. So right now with 100K, I have 5 winning tickets, which means I can contribute 5 winning tickets worth of allocation to whatever IDO is going. So just because you're staking here doesn't mean you cannot use these. Just want to make sure that you guys know that. So yeah, I'm staking for both of these, which is kind of cool. I don't know what to expect out of this. This is more experimental. Also part of the reason I haven't shared this yet, but this is also, if it does well, let's actually go and look at their backers, right? If it does well, this is not their main page. It's also not their main page. Hmm. There was a place where you can see their investors. I can't. I don't know. Contact, Telegram, da da da. All right, I'll find that, and I think I talked about it in the video as well. But guys, if this thing does well, you are getting in very early at an AnyPad or a launch pad, and then you have a massive allocation potentially in something that could potentially do very well. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of talk about this a little bit. And let me know what you guys think about that. You know, again, this is one of those that's more on the risky side, right? Because it's a new start. But you can see some of the launches they had. I mean, they had uCloud. They have the Killbox, which is actually kind of like a Counter-Strike type game. It's kind of cool. But this also launched on Occam Finance, right? So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's credibility by association or just luck. But you know, the fact that they're so early in the game with this project, and they're already partnering with some decent names that even Occam Finance launches, then that's one green flag. There are still red flags. One being it's early, two being apparently they don't have public team, which I thought they did, and also VCs. I need to find that. But I would like to know who their VCs are, and I would like to know who their team is. And then once I have that information, I'm going to, exactly, that's what I was waiting for. I'm gonna put this on a live video. So yeah, there's that. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm gonna scroll down to the bottom, guys. I'm way behind on questions. I apologize. How often you going to be doing this? Maybe I don't know. I don't know. I can't make a commitment there. But this is kind of fun. Even though I feel like I'm boring you guys, it's still kind of fun. Any comment on Nevada? I don't know, unfortunately. I won't make this one of those sessions where I look at random coins. I wanna answer questions about what you guys have in terms of what you can do to learn how to invest or what to invest in, things like that nature. I'll do other sessions where we'll go and look at coins. I like those sessions because maybe we'll find something. Is it worth your opinion to stake 100,000 AnyPad? Well, I mean I literally did it myself. And again, 100,000. What is that gonna cost you? Like 3 grand or something? That depends. I mean, how much speculative money do you have set aside, right? Is this gonna be something where if you don't get the money back, you can't pay rent, or if this is something like, oh, it's just play money, right? For me, this is literally play money. I speculate in these low projects uh, with extra money, not savings that I've worked for, but extra cash that I got from other investments. So I did speculate, and I am staking 100,000. And I'm actually, once I sell off my BSC pad, I'm gonna buy probably 250 or maybe even more. I'm not saying that to try and get you guys to do that. I'm saying that because if everything works out, I would be a whale in this project, and that would be nice. And if that takes till 2025, that's okay with me. I don't mind. Again, this is play money. I don't care what happens. If this goes down to zero point 0.1 cent a token, 0.001 cent a token, I'm just gonna sit on it until 2025. and if as long as they do what they say they're gonna do, then I should be sitting pretty. But again, that's part of the speculation process, guys. It's just finding something very very early, speculating, getting behind the fundamentals, making sure that they have good VCs, making sure that their team is visible, which again, this is why I have not made this video public yet. It's the video is private, and you guys have access to it through the Telegram. But yeah, okay, going in circles here. Anyway, how often do you check Telegram? What's your? I don't check Telegram very often. I have more today, but I try to be on there. So like I answer actually. I don't answer it often enough, it seems, because a lot of people always have questions. Every time I come back, somebody else has a question. But guys, yeah, so if you're in there and you at me, you'll get an answer. If that's what you're getting at. Why can't I buy Goku Inu? I don't know. Thanks. No, you do. Okay. Bro, providing so much value. Okay, awesome, awesome. I'm glad I'm providing value, guys. I'm glad. Okay, that's what Monsieur Touré. Tu parles français? Souleymani? Sorry, I don't know how to say that. I hope I'm saying it. Can I use the same KCC pad staked for Gameverse and PulsePad? No. So if you have KCC pad, wait, yes, I'm sorry. Yes, absolutely. So Hernan Saldana Miranda, yes, if you have KCC pad staked, you can participate in any project that's going to launch there. So, right, so any project, as long as you keep it staked, right? So if you're staked on there, all these projects, right, Gamers is going to come first, right? It's finally up here, by the way. It wasn't up here earlier. Go ahead and change this to KCC. Oh, no, no, duh. I can't click on it because it's not live yet. But essentially, right, just pretend like this is Gamers. Um, once Gamers goes, right, and this is one of the videos where I did a live demo, but basically what's going to happen is, for me, it's 4 a.m., right, because I'm Eastern Standard Time. So at 4 a.m., I wake my ass up, I get out of bed, I walk over here, and like a minute later, this little approve button here on the left that you see under Happy Fans lights up. So I hit approve and I go through the transaction, right? And then 15 minutes later, the pool opens up and I can actually join the pool. Just know that the first pool, there is no time rush. You have like 4 hours and 45 minutes to get in. So you have all the time in the world to get into this. The second pool though, right? And you can click here on the schedule and you can see there's the allocation round, 8 a.m. UTC. There's the first come, first serve prepare, which opens up 5 minutes prior to. The first one is on Binance Smart Chain or Binance BSC pad. The second one I think is KCC pad. Um, so you have time to prepare, which basically means you go in here, already click this approve button, right? I can't highlight it for some reason, but the approve button under this highlighted section, right? Already have that clicked and approved and be done for the first. It's very important if you're gonna make the first come first serve. So once you're done, then you can just wait for it to hit 1320 UTC. Once it hits 1320 UTC, it takes like 30 seconds, maybe less, for the join pool button to start lighting up, and then immediately click on that and go through all the MetaMask stuff as quickly as you can, and hopefully you'll get in. Me personally, and I'm gonna try and record this on my phone, probably on the Gamers IDO, but me personally, I do all of these except TronPad on, why is this not working? On my phone, because my phone is just so much faster with MetaMask, right? You can tap through everything so much faster. So I've been winning pretty much every first come first serve round because I used it on my phone. The 2 times I've done it on the computer, I didn't get in. And maybe it's my computer. If you guys have a fast computer, it might work for you. I mean, but me, look, I clicked on this, and like 3 seconds later, the thing comes up. So it takes forever. Oh, let me get my free bat coins here. That's the Brave browser for you. Free bat coins. Okay. So yeah. So yes, to answer your question, long-winded question, but yes, you can use the same because you're not actually using your KCC pad tokens. Your KCC pad tokens are just giving you a right to invest. You are using USDT. Okay. You're using this right here that I'm going around, this USDT on the KCC chain, right? So you're going to need to have USDT in your wallet on the KCC network. If you're on any other network, it's not going to work. You're not going to be able to interact with KCC pad. But for KCCPAT, you need KCC mainnet network on your MetaMask, and then you're going to use USDT to allocate. And then after that's done, you just wait. And then if you still staked, you can use it for PulsePad as well. So yeah, hope that answers the question. Hernan, what do you think about AstroSwap? I love AstroSwap. AstroSwap has made me ridiculous gains. What did AstroSwap do for me? AstroSwap, 447x. Sheesh. I mean, really. So yes, I like AstroSwap. It's a good one. It's one of the first decentralized exchanges on Cardano. Um, uh, it's uh, it's the same team that's behind Wagyu Swap. So Wagyu Swap and AstroSwap are the same developers. It has high staking. Um, I'm opening up so many tabs up here. It's crazy. I think the staking's pretty high still, at least. Yeah. Wow. How? What? It's crazy. And they have this double APY, and I talked about this in my video, right? So if you stake AstroSwap before October 31st, which you still have some time, and don't claim rewards, don't claim any rewards, or unstake before AstroSwap mainnet, you'll get 2x the multiplier, right? So whatever my let's take a look here. This is full transparency. And I don't have that much stake because it's still vested. So you have to understand everything on Bluezilla is vested, right? So wow, even with just 28,000 staked, I'm getting this, but it's gonna double, guys. So whenever this is done and I don't unstake or I don't withdraw, um, it's gonna double whatever I have here, right? So even now at 3,000 something, that's amazing. Let's just say it went to 6,000 right now. That's for staking it, not even a month, right? So that's nice. That's nice. So yeah, AstroSwap has some good, very good APY staking rewards. However, if you're not already in AstroSwap, you know, you're up here. I don't know. I don't like to buy up here. I like to buy here, where it's nice and warm and cozy. I don't like to buy up here, all right? So you have to keep that in mind as well. Even though we've been trading sideways actually on the max, it's got a little pump here. Yeah. So if you weren't in the IDO, I don't know. I would if I was not in AstroSwap and I had a choice between AstroSwap and Wagyu Swap, which is basically um, the DEX for Velas, right? Which is that new Solana fork with EVM compatibility. EVM just basically means anyone building on Ethereum, any project that's already on Ethereum, they can very, very easily integrate with another blockchain. So if you hear a Solana fork, right, the speed and TPS per second that Solana has plus EVM compatibility, that's attractive. So that's what Velas is. And the Wagyu Swap is going to be the decentralized exchange on Velas. So yeah, it's this one also pumped like crazy. When I made a video on it, it was in the 30s. So this one, but it's still low market cap, right? So if I had the choice between AstroSwap right now and Wagyu Swap, I would put a little bit in AstroSwap, but I would try to allocate more into here or DCA more into here because this has more room to grow, right? And Wagyu Swap does not have staking out yet. It's also going to have staking, right? So there's going to be staking coming out on that. So yeah, it's a good time to get in there because people, once they see Wagyu Swap is out and it has crazy staking APY, they're all going to ape in, and the same thing that happened to AstroSwap or something similar will happen here. So yeah, there's my 2 cents. Not financial advice, guys, just telling you how I see it. That makes sense. Bro, you're playing so much now. Will you sell your ETHPAD, KCCPAD, ADAPAD tokens when the bear market is starting? Yes, yes. I don't know when it will start, but I'm gonna sell once Bitcoin hits its. Alright, so I'll do this right now. Show you guys. My dog's chewing my chairs. I need to make sure he doesn't. I have a little puppy. I've got a little Bousseron puppy. He's crazy. Let me remove. Okay, I'm just clicking buttons, guys. Don't worry about me. All right, I'm trying to. Oh my God, I'm trying to remove the lines. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I can't wait to get a Mac. I already ordered a Mac, and that's when I'm gonna start video streaming once I have my Mac. I ordered the holy cow Mac M1 Max everything. All right, so this is Bitcoin right here, guys. This is Bitcoin, okay? We're on an Elliott wave, so you want to start it at the bottom. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves. The fifth wave is gonna be when the market goes parabolic, okay? Um, so what I want to do is have an idea of when Bitcoin is going to go into the bear market. And for that, we would use, let me remove this Elliott wave. Actually, no, I'll keep it there. We would use this indicator here, right? It's the Bitcoin bull market support indicator. Bitcoin bull market support indicator right here. And basically, the gist of it is this the green and red lines, or green and orange lines, are basically the bull market support. So as long as Bitcoin stays above these lines, we are good. So, and right now I'm on the weekly, by the way, guys. So even on the weekly, you can see how nicely this Elliott wave is playing out. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. We might have a correction. If worst case here, I don't think so though. We're just gonna bounce probably off here and then go crazy. But as long as we're above this, we're good. Once Bitcoin starts, if for example, let's just pretend like right here, and Bitcoin fell below these two lines, right? Then we would be in trouble. That would indicate to me that the bull run is going to be over. Okay, that would let me know that the bull run, Bitcoin's bull run at least, has been over. So then Bitcoin will probably correct pretty drastically, but that money is still going to be in the total market cap, is still going to be, now I'm looking at the crypto total market cap, it's still going to be relatively high. It's probably going to start going sideways, right? Because Bitcoin stopped pumping, but the money now is going to flow from Bitcoin into all the altcoins. So basically, I say that to tell you that I'm anticipating that once we do drop below the Bitcoin bull market support, um, we have about 2 to 3 weeks for us to get out of ETHPad, VelasPad, all the launch pads, because some of them, you have some unstaking periods and all that, so you want to make sure you have in your wallet to sell off. Yeah, so that's yeah. So my plan, to answer that question, yes, I'm gonna sell them all, and then I'm gonna um, I don't know what I'll do with it. I'll probably do it into stable coins and wait. Or if there's still other low market caps that have not yet really pumped, I might allocate some into those as well. Okay. Kuss geht raus, mein Freund. Danke für deine Mühe. Ja, Halli, servus. Ich weiß nicht, ob du noch da bist, aber ciao. Tschüss. Ja, ich bemühe mich, ne? Es ist total anstrengend hier. Yeah, it's pretty. By the way, guys, again, I did not expect, I expected like 3 people, 4 people, so I could like have a nice, easy chat. 37 people, I love it, guys. Thank you for supporting me. 38. Um, all right, and thank you for the likes. Do you need to be KYC for any pad? So yes, you do. You do need to pass a KYC for any pad. Um, I'll show you real quick. It's at the very main page. Oh, here, guys, here's the team. I don't know if you were here earlier when I was trying to find the supporters and the team. It's here. They're here, right? So SparkPoint, I actually was an early investor in them, and here are all their partners and VCs, guys. So yeah, it's there. It's there. And yeah. Anyway, so to do that, you have to go. I think I've already done it. I don't know if it's gonna show up for me. Malaki. Right here, KYC with BlockPass. You see that button right there? I can't highlight it, but underneath my highlighted, that's a button right there, right? And here I'll put the link in the chat. There it is. Oh, look, getting better. It didn't take me a minute to put the link in chat. I'm getting better, guys. Already learning. Anyway, so what other questions we got? Aid info, thanks. I have no experience. Yeah, whatever I can do to provide. My dog's here at my feet. He really he's a puppy. He's only 12 weeks old. He's gonna piss in my house. Um, all right, I think yeah, 5 more minutes. 8:30. I'm calling it, guys. 8:30 my time. 10 out of 10 streams, not frequent. He's going to be. Thank you, NZ1 Slacker. I appreciate it. It's 10 out of 10. I'm humbled. I feel like it's more like a 2 out of 10. because I feel like I'm boring. I'm boring myself, so I guess must be boring you guys. Cheers, joined. Already staking 20k. Well, Alex, congrats on that. It's worth your opinion. It's a tough question. Was it worth when I first made the video about Occam Finance when it was $5 or $4.70? Yes, 100%. Is it now? It's more risky, right? You're going in at a higher price during a time where we don't know what Bitcoin's gonna do 100%. So there's a little bit of risk involved. But if you're in it for the long haul, if you don't care, if you're gonna keep that thing until 2025, which is basically my whole investment strategy, literally my portfolio is called 2025 Millionaire List. I never would have, literally, when I made this, I never would have thought that I'm already almost there. It's crazy. Bitcoin hasn't even gone parabolic yet. Um, yeah, anyway. So, yeah, if you're in it for the long haul, Occam Finance, it's a great project. I like it. My dog's whining. 4 more minutes, buddy. You can do it. Don't pee in my carpet. Great channel. What are your predictions for Pacific DeFi this quarter? I think Pacific's gonna do at least 2 to 3 more X. I'm more excited about the fact that I'm getting APY on it, and by after 3 months, I should have a good understanding, or not good understanding, but uh, a good yield that I can sell off. So it's a speculative move. Again, high risk. I would not put money in there that's not speculative money or gambling money, if you want to call it that. Um, I believe in the project, and as long as they deliver, the biggest thing that's keeping me from going 100%, this is good, is the fact that their roadmap, not their roadmap, their how do I say, their runway, right? The amount of funding they have to continue operations is running low, and they need more VCs to fund them in order to survive the winter, right? So I'm selling out of Pacific DeFi at the top of the bull run, and it's going to be more than what it is now. That's everything's going up. There's not a coin out here that's gonna go up in value. Okay, so I just want to make sure that you're aware of that. So yeah. Okay. Great channel. What are your predictions? Pacific DeFi this quarter. Yeah, I already answered that. Do you know? Oh, by the way, thank you, Suleiman Omar, for saying it's a great channel. I appreciate it. I'm new. I'm definitely new to live streaming. You can tell I'm just stumbling across my words. But yeah, thank you. Do you know of any paths that U.S. citizens can pass KYC on? Star Launch is